Guys, my name is Wandisa and these are my top 10 tips for maintaining healthy afro textured hair. Water, water, water. Guys, our hair loves water. I know when we were relaxed, we were running away from the water, thinking our hair was gonna revert even though it was relaxed. Yeah, like I remember when my hair was relaxed, I was not about that water. And now I realize that my hair is basically a plant and it needs to be nourished, and step number one is water. I carry around a little spritz that I make, which is 90% water, 10% conditioner. Mix that baby up, spritz it all over my hair, especially when my hair was short. When my hair was short, I'll get it wet all the time. But before you handle your hair, before you style your hair, dry hair equals breakage, basically. So you need to keep it moisturized. I always think of my hair like, a piece of spaghetti. When it's dry, you can snap it. But when it's, cooked, got that water in it, it's, more flexible, less prone to breakage. And that's exactly what our hair is like. So water, 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 water. You can get a little spritz bottle. I got mine from Dischem. Just put some water in there when your hair's feeling a little dry, manage. But definitely before you do anything, before you put in any oil, before you put on any moisturizer, the number one moisturizer is water. So if you got that down, you're good. Okay, step number 2, wash and go. And I'm not talking about that wash and go that you see on YouTube, people talking about a wash and go. But what they really mean is, they wash their hair, condition, put a lot of gel in it, comb, rake their hands through it, get those curls to be defined and pop. And I feel like it's no longer a wash and go. A wash and go means you wash your hair and then you go and you live your life. So this thing of a wash and go, I clearly have a problem with that concept. But I did a real wash and go, especially when my hair was short, guys. I'll get into the shower, wash my hair. And by wash, generally I mean co-wash. And co-washing is washing your hair with conditioner. Yeah, you get into the shower, wash your hair, condition, and then you walk out and you live your life. And by the time I got to work, my hair was like 90% dry already. There was no obsession with seeing my curls pop or anything like that, even though my hair did look good and nourished and it just flourished. So every opportunity that I got to get my hair soaking wet, I did it. But there was no gel, there was not a lot of manipulation. Get into the shower, get out, fluff and keep it moving, or put a clip in it or whatever. But literally wash and go. Okay, tip number 3 is be gentle. You look at our hair, we think, my hair is so tough, it can withstand anything. But guys, our hair is fragile. You need to be gentle with your hair. The first prize is to finger detangle your hair, but I don't have the time to do that. So what I do is I use a wide tooth comb. So something generally wider than your afro comb. You need, just fewer teeth equals less manipulation, less breakage. And you just kind of work your way from the tips of your hair all the way up to your root. So I'll and then go all the way down. Because by the time you get to the bottom, you've got a huge knot, and then you probably have to just cut your hair, which is what I do when I have knots. Start at the bottom, work your way all the way up, be gentle. So get the proper tools. You can't be using a fine, tiny little combs and trying to get through the afro. Like, you're playing. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna break your hair. You're gonna see your hair on that comb. So, get yourself a wide tooth comb. Tip number 4 is section your hair. I think our hair can be quite intimidating when we deal with it all at once. So it's better just to section it and do one small bit at a time. So you start at the back, work your way to the front, or however you want to do it. But it's less frustrating, and the thing is, when you're frustrated with your hair, you're just going to take a comb and you're going to be like aggressive, you know. But when it's in small sections, you get to actually learn what your hair likes, you get to feel it, engage with it more, and really go through it properly. Yeah, it's just a lot easier to handle if it's in sections. I section my hair in the shower, when I'm washing it, when I'm styling it, it's in sections. You work with one part and then you move on to the next part and then the next part and so on. This thing of doing your hair all at once is frustrating. You'll find that it feels like it's just too much to handle. So just break it down into smaller sections, work on that section, then move on to the next section. So if you have a TWA, a teeny weeny afro, you don't need to wash your hair in sections. When my hair was short and I just get in the shower and I would do this and I'd pick, and you know, it wasn't the thing. But especially if you want to style your hair afterwards, if your hair's getting a little bit longer, then definitely I suggest you wash it in sections, and you moisturize it in sections. You do everything in sections, and when it's time to style, you just let it all go and it'll all come together. Alright, tip number 5. Use conditioner. Before I went on a healthy hair journey, or when I was still trying to grow out my relaxed hair, we didn't really deal with our own hair, so I didn't know anything about conditioner. My mother never used conditioner. I thought conditioner was something that, you know, white people used. I'm just being real. Conditioner for who? I didn't know what that was. That's a shampoo. It's just shampoo to wash my hair. But what shampoo does is, it washes your hair, but it also strips away all the moisture. So you need a conditioner to put the moisture back in. So don't wash your hair without applying conditioner afterwards. You know, some conditioners will say, you know, just put it in for 10 minutes. Some say 5 minutes. Some, you know, deep conditioners will say put it in for 30 minutes to an hour. But whatever you do, even if you don't have that much time in the shower, wash your hair, and then once you've rinsed it out, put in some conditioner, just 2 minutes, wash your body and whatever, and then go back and rinse out the conditioner. It makes such a big difference to the health and the moisture in your hair. So don't just wash your hair with shampoo and leave it there. Like, you need to use conditioner. Alright, so tip number 6. Get yourself some hair accessories. You need hair bands, you need bobby pins, you need hair pins. Like, you need things that are going to help you style your hair at every single stage. I remember when my hair was very, very short. Not very, very short. It was like... this doesn't help you. When my hair was short, I used to just wash it, put a clip in it, you know, push it back, have like a, you know, faux mohawk situation, and kept it moving. It just makes the biggest difference if you have those tools. When my hair was relaxed, guys, I didn't do anything to it. Literally, my hair was in a ponytail. It was so boring. So I never really needed the hair clips and the hair pins and things, because all I needed was a scrunchie or a hair tie, and that was it. But if you're gonna go natural, it's like your hair demands the drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't be in a ponytail. I mean, it can, but it's so much more fun when it isn't. So get yourself some hairpins. It sounds like a really silly tip, but it's important. Get the right hair tools. Alright, so tip number 8 is no heat. I don't put a hair dryer on my hair, I don't put a straightener on my hair, because for me, heat equals damage and it makes my hair more fragile. And honestly, I don't desire the straight look anymore. Yes, you know, when your hair shrinks, you want it sometimes elongated, and so for that I'll do a twist out or a braid out or whatever. And yeah, like this is a braid twist out. It's not straight, but you can see some of the length. I just don't care for straight hair anymore. Like I just don't find it exciting. I've had straight hair almost my entire life. I'm just not phased. Yeah, so yeah guys, like let go of the heat, you know, you're just putting more stress on your hair unnecessarily. Tip number 9, you need to love your hair, accept it for what it is, and not look to the left or to the right, and love it for what it is. Stop comparing yourself to somebody else, okay? The goal needs to be healthy hair, getting your hair as healthy as possible. And for that, you need to actually embrace and love the shrinkage. Our hair shrinks, that's what it does, so stop trying to fight it so much, especially when it's short, you know. I think I experienced freedom when I wasn't worried about my hair looking unkempt. Yes, my hair will still be styled, but I used to always think, "Jay, this short sami wasn't acceptable." Until I was like, you know what? Actually, this is how my hair grows, and I love it. So, and once I kind of embraced it, no one had a problem with it. People would be begging more and just say, "Oh, I love your hair." So, you know, it's not about showing off the length all the time. Enjoy it when it's short. You know, now I can't really let it shrink up too much because it becomes admin to have to, you know, comb it out again. But while your hair is like a, you know, short to medium length, just enjoy the shrinkage. You know, this thing of twisting your hair up every night is just not sustainable. Alright, so tip number 10 is basically going back to tip number 1, which is moisturize. And so like tip number 1, I said put water in your hair. But because throughout the day our hair will dry out, you need to make sure that the water we put in is sealed and stays in your hair. So that's where, you know, Just Shea Butter comes in like heavily. I take my Just Shea Butter and I make a little mixture. It's only 3 ingredients. It's Just Shea Butter, castor oil, and like a cheap moisturizing lotion. I use African Pride right now because it smells really good. And I mix those 3 together and I apply it to my hair right after I wash it, before it dries all the way through. So while it's still damp, I apply it quite a lot to my hair. I will do a separate video on like my wash day routine. I tried to film it before and it was a fail. So I will kind of show you my wash day process. But that's basically how I retain the moisture. The problem with a lot of these moisturizers out there is they'll have all these things in them and a little bit of shea butter, you know, but they'll call it shea this or shea that. No, I need it to be 80% shea butter and then you can put in your other things. So yeah, for me that's what I do. So that's why I make my own mixture. And different people like to mix their shea butter in different ways, which is why at Just Shea Butter we just supply you with raw unrefined shea butter, so that if you want to put your grapeseed oil in it, you can, or if you want to whip it up, you can. We just leave that to you for now. We aren't really in the space of mixing it with anything, because I feel like everyone's hair is different, so it's nice to just kind of customize your own products. Yeah, so you know, put the moisture in your hair, number 1. Number two, seal the moisture. You know, that's what the shea butter does. That's what the castor oil does. It seals the moisture so that it doesn't, you know, just evaporate and then your hair is dry again. And this is just the best way to just look after your hair, I think, and it's made my life a lot simpler. Some people will, you know, wash their hair, put in the lotion, the moisturizing lotion, put in the shea butter, put in the oil, you know, have all those steps. But for me, it's too much work and I don't have time. So I just mix all this together, slap it on my hair, twist it up, and the next day The next day my twists are so juicy and just rich and beautiful. And you know, if I feel like I need to wash my hair, not wash my hair, if I need to moisturize my hair again, maybe 2 or 3 days later, all I do is I take that little spritz, all over my head, and it reawakens the oils, it reawakens the shea butter, it reawakens the moisturizer, so that my hair is, you know, juicy again, and I don't need to keep reapplying the shea butter. Okay guys, so that's me. I hope these tips were useful. You know, we're not out here just to be, you know, hair goals and hair envy. We actually want you to learn something. We actually want hair care to be simple. I'm a firm believer that your hair should not dictate your life. It shouldn't dictate whether or not you're going to go to the gym that day. It shouldn't dictate whether or not you're going to swim. It shouldn't, like, you know, it's just a part of who you are. It's not everything. Like, you shouldn't be making all these decisions just around your hair. And it also shouldn't be expensive. Honestly, I don't spend more than 1,000 rand a year on my hair. I just don't. Because my number one hair product is water. So everything else is just to trap that water and, you know, keep my hair moisturized. It's water, it's shea butter, it's castor oil, and my hair moisturizer, whichever one I'm using at the time. It does not come to 1,000 rand. So, you know, being natural is definitely more affordable, I think. But it does mean that you have to engage with your hair more. It does mean that you have to do your hair yourself. If you're going to be natural and you're going to leave your hair for somebody else to do, you're never going to learn. And when I was relaxed, I didn't really deal with my own hair. I really want to be more in control, and for that you need to be more involved. You know, run your hands through it. See, you'll know when your hair is healthy. You know, you'll know when it's moisturized. I've had days where my hair looks great, other people think it looks great, but I know it's time for a wash, or it is time to, you know, to put moisture back in because it's not at its best. But that comes from, you know, just working with it and kind of building that relationship with your hair. So yeah, I hope that these were helpful. I will be doing more videos talking more to you know, tips in terms of, you know, transitioning from relaxed to natural. I didn't do a big chop per se. I waited until my hair was a little bit, you know, it was a fro that I could style. It was a small little fro, but a fro that I could style. Angkundanga just straight from having relaxed hair. As well as, yeah, again, I will share just how I make my shea butter mix. I've had a lot of requests on that, so that's coming up soon. And that's it. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.